father of the internet, but they don't give him credit.
That's him. That might be him. Yep. Oh, Bugatti. Yep.
And that's important. Okay, that's his name, Immigrati. Okay, well, that's important. So of all the people that we've talked about today and all the things that we've spoken on that have been invented and created, we've spoken on two people that are dark complexioned or so-called black that are from Africa or somewhere else. Everyone else is from somewhere either in the United States, and then there was the one brother that came up from Guyana, which is in America too. But basically, we're talking about things that were invented by the so-called United States of America, African-American, Negro, black, colored person that people keep saying are good for nothing. Everybody comes from all over the world into our house, because we were here before all of these people, okay? And for lack of better words, we're the host in the habitat. And I hate the word host, but, you know, this is our habitat, and everybody else is an inhabitant in our habitat, looking down their noses at us, snuffing their noses at us, talking about what all so-called dark-skinned people haven't done when the world wouldn't be rolling the way it's working right now if it weren't for not only dark-skinned people, but dark-skinned people in the United States in particular. Go ahead. King.
All right. And else, people should keep in mind the amount of patents that were developed, especially in the globe. And to run down the number, one in particular in America, the most patents that are developed in this country alone is found in Chicago, over close to 200 more patents. And in the Caribbean, in particular, from South America to the little small islands from Dominican Republic and et cetera, Jamaica is also one of the top patents in the Caribbean island. And I could go on and on. I was trying to look for the book while I talked, but usually what the developments all around the globe that melon people have created something and contribute to existence, much of the things that we use daily at leisure. And another thing,
go ahead.
All right, I'll say this. I will say this, and a lot of people that's listening, I know a lot of listeners, keep in mind this. Wherever you find a European says that something is new and innovative, you should always keep in mind that there's always a person, a male or black, male, or black female, there's always the architect that created that, and they give it to them for the credit. But remember, a lot of us don't have the money to really make factories off these stuff. So at times the Europeans, or what we call the pink people, have the funds. So at times our people go in there with their gifts and talent and give all to the Europeans, and at the end they make the money and say it's theirs, while all of us, push in the background. I don't know nothing. Okay? Okay.
Well, that goes in line with what I was saying earlier about all the things that our people invented, that prior to 1858, the so-called white master was getting all the credit and all the wealth and all the patents on everything. And then around 1858, the federal government decided that neither the slave nor the owner could claim rights to an invention that a so-called slave or a so-called African-American, as they call us, invented. So I guess it was the government or whatever. So they didn't decide until 1870, after the Civil War, that so-called African-Americans, or real Americans, because I know who we are, that actually hadn't or hold a patent on anything, and as a result, the patents by our people started soaring.
Yes.
The things that we started patenting started soaring. But it's not that our people were not inventing major important things that are used every day. We weren't getting credit for it. A lot of things are getting invented, and we're still getting robbed of the things that we do as a melanin people, because these people are still so hateful where we're concerned. I don't know what's wrong with them. Well, I mean, I do, but anybody spends so much of their time hating somebody else and trying to spend more of their time loving themselves is lost out the door. Here's the truth.
Right.
So every time you jump in the car, you can think about us. Every time you turn on the air conditioner, you can think about us. Every time you open up unfold your ironing board, you can think about us. When you throw your automatic transmission or you put oil in your engine, you can think about us. Every time you throw your stick shift in the drive or reverse, you can think about us. You know what I'm saying? When you adjust the thermostat to modify your temperature, you can think about us. When you light up your computer, you you can think about us. When you pick up your cell phone or your regular phone, think about us. When you unfold a chair, think about us. Unfold a bed. When you unfold, hello. The list just goes on and on to the things you wear every day. Every time you put your shoes on your feet, think about niggas. How about that?
Correct.
And if you don't like us like that, start walking barefoot. Why don't you do that? You're so good at, well, I don't want to use it if it came from a nigger. Well, don't wear shoes then.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
It's reality. And the thing about it, I'm not sure nothing can contribute to civilized marriage, to make it civilized. It's like you cannot elude the fact that, and much times you can sit there and deny it. But the truth is always there, and our people are always the ones that really don't know much unless they really go out their way and research themselves. Because the whole purpose of oppressed people is to keep them more ignorant to what they really are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why we're doing today's show, because those of us that do know, a lot of us have misinformation about it. Oh, we invented the elevator. No, we made it safe. We invented, there's a brother that got a patent on an electric elevator, but, he's the same brother that made the modern elevator that everybody's using today safe so that when you get in it, you don't wind up under it somewhere several stories down. That's the whole objective. So I want my people to be more clear about what we did so that they're not out there misquoting and having somebody waiting in the wind. I'm waiting on the next nigger to tell me that they invented the damn elevator because this thing, I'm going to tell them about the German. So I don't want my people to have everybody and their mamas waiting in the wind, always trying to shoot us down. And we as a people really aren't thinking about nobody else. Real talk. So-called black people are, as real Americans, are basically mind their own business kind of people. That's real talk. For the most part, we are not running around here concerning our every waking moment. Well, what's the white man doing next? And what's the Mexican doing next? And what are the Chinese? But everybody and their mama, what's the niggas doing next? What's the niggas doing next? What's the niggas? We got to shoot them down, shoot them down, shoot them down. And we spend so much of our time focused on everybody else, as they spend focusing on us, we'd be crazy. So clearly somebody out there is crazy. That's all I'm saying. We trying to do us, and everybody's bothering us.
Every second of the way. But it's hard, being melanated nowadays. And it should be easy because we're dealing with a group of people that is, by nature, have the parasite on other victims just to have an existence. At times, when you're parasite, you have to keep off the life of others to keep around and stay afloat. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect something better out of these people. I expect them. I see what to do. And the one fun thing about it, for all the technology that exists and the ones that we don't know more, that's more advanced than what it's given to us, some of the keep, as long as we had ourselves together, we were able to have a sense of good, to mind any young people to put use of what they know to authentic, more balanced take, and give it to other people to use, abuse, and use.
I can barely make out what you're saying. You sound kind of muffled. It's like you have a rag over the phone.
I'll repeat again. It's amazing how... You hear me good? Okay. It's amazing how our people develop so much talent and have these skills to develop these wonderful things. And, if we only take initiative to really create a specific institution for them to hone in to all this stuff, instead of going straight to the European or our enemies today, to take what they know for their gifts and creations used as a weapon against us or anybody else to destroy the planet. At times, at the end of the day, we don't really take off from that hurt. But at times, what we create and we give to others, they will take it and reuse it for their own betterment and destruction. That's part of the fact.
Well, that's a lot of these people, that just shows you the psychosis. Their psychosis is so strong that they have to spend so many of their waking hours trying to disprove what we're trying to say and what we're trying to do. I'm like, why do you care? If you're superior to me, why do you care what I'm saying? It shouldn't matter to you what I'm saying or what I'm telling my people or what my people are thinking about one another. You should just be, them niggas are crazy. And that's what we say. When we see them saying that kind of crazy stuff, most of my people just go, they're crazy and keep going. Because a lot of our people are aware of the contributions we've had, that we've made. Some of them have a couple of misdevised points or have some slight errors in what it is that their position is. But the fact is, they know what they know and they let it go. Like I said, I'm 55. I've been knowing since my son was 5 about this information, and he's 30 now, so I've been knowing for the last 25 years about this information. I've taught it to him at 5. A lot of people that look like me didn't know that, don't know that, haven't taught it, and then you have those that are teaching it because they have some miscommunication about the facts of the information. And I don't want our people to be in error about what we say, because these other people can be wrong all day, but as soon as we're wrong, it's the biggest thing in the world that a nigga was wrong. You understand? I mean, real talk. The so-called white people can sit out there in these blogs and under YouTube making comments, oh, niggers and monkeys, they haven't done anything but sit on welfare and do drugs and be in prison. And they've never invented anything or contributed anything. The white man invented the computer and the telephone and the car and everything. And niggas just go, yeah, okay, and keep going. Most of them don't even comment. Those kind of people. But if we say something, then you got to have a back and forth and back and forth and back and forth dialogue with some real hateful person that's trying to prove that they're so much better than you when you're not thinking about them. It's like, and every now and then I see my niggas doing what they should do. Because they're either not commenting at all, or they'll make the most intelligent comment in the world is, did you read the title of this YouTube? They just say African American this or black that. Why are you here? And they just keep going after that. That's all they have to say to the fool, and they keep stepping. You didn't know when you came to this YouTube that it wasn't for you, based on the damn title. So why are you here? The damn troll. You don't see us out there trolling them. And then if we look at that craziness that they have to say, you don't see my niggas making a bunch of comments back and forth about, oh, why you say this and that. And we just keep it pushing. And the world would be a better place if everybody else's people would keep it pushing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, do we have any other callers, sis? Because there were some other things, but there's so much going on that I can't, you know, I need to try to bring a lot of this stuff to my memory as far as who these names of people are and this kind of stuff, and it's just not always easy for me to remember the specifics. I can get people, because like I said, I saw this stuff 25 years ago, and I recall what it was. Matter of fact, every time, while they talk about niggas rob and stuff, every time you walk into a bank, or if you are a bank teller, or you work at a store as a clerk behind the counter, do you know that bulletproof plexiglass between you and the person on the other side of the counter to keep them from getting shot in a robbery or whatever? You can thank a brother for that. That time that the store in the neighborhood getting robbed all the time, so he came up with this plexiglass to protect the employees behind the counter and keep whoever's coming in there from getting anywhere near the register, because it's behind this glass, with this person behind this glass, for their safety. A brother came up with that. While they talk about what all we haven't done and what all we don't do. And I see those every day. Going somewhere, every time you go in a bank, you see those things.
Yeah.
Some stores, you see those things. Take a brother for your protection behind the plexiglass shield, because we have done nothing. And that's an important one.
Very important.
At least it's important to the person on the other side of it. Try not to get shot today.
Yep. And not only that, but also protects people's money and interest. See that, huh?
I'm sorry, say that again?
And it also protects their money and their interest, too. So you can't rob it if it's behind a plexiglass. Glass. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, you know, the list can go on and on and on. You know, it's not like it needs to take 2 to 3 hours to give people a little list of what is important. I'm not trying to give a list of every single thing the dark complexion people created. I'm talking about things that are important, that are used on an extremely regular basis. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
And I'm not sure if you mentioned any books for people to look to for more evidence or more documents. I mean, there's one book that I have here called E. Holmes. I'm not sure if you said him already. I think so. But his book regards black inventors after over 20 years. This is probably one of the few up-to-date books besides the internet. But this right here talks about most everything up to 2008. If any they can get this book and they could probably up to date and take that form. Yeah, I'm letting the callers know that there's kids that they're trying to look for books. There are some books, but this is